I watched the trailer for Spider-Verse, so I think that shouldn't surprise me. Twitch are more lenient towards that sort of thing. Could have been the Disney Plus video of the Odyssey, I'm not sure. Could be one or the other. Who knows? I think YouTube won't let me get away with it quite as leniently as Twitch have usually let me slide on things that I can get away with. I do love to push my luck though. The volume on this because I think it's a little too change that. Yeah, I'm noticing that. I'm gonna see if I can fix things a little bit here. It might be because I'm multi-streaming. In which case I can always change things a little. That. Much better. Let me see. Get rid of some stuff real quick. Let's have a look. Might be to do with my bit rate. Do I need this? Let's have a look. One more. Let me have a quick double check a few things. It's really sad because I've got Facebook and I post my own original content. But what's really sad is that I see pages that have more likes and interactions than me, and it's all just really bad AI movie posters. Like confirming shit like what? Confirming shit like Robert Pattinson's Batman is gonna be an Avengers Doomsday. I can't wait for this movie. Hopefully things might work out better. If they don't, I can always change things up. Because I'm doing the vertical and horizontal stream at the same time, I can always stop the vertical one if it does cause issues. Do let me know if stream lags or cuts out or anything. From what I can see, let me double check. I can always just stop it if I need to. Seems to be behaving itself for now. I'll keep an eye on it. Let's play. Yeah, let me go ahead and start making some Charlie Kirk memes. Let me make it black and white first of all. Image adjustment black and white. Wrong one. That's not what I want. What else I can do? I blending. I do. Maybe something like that. I'm going for the real Martin Luther King type vibe. Or do you know what? Let me do content or where and see what happens. I can probably work with that. I need more space for the actual quote, so shrink him down a little. Well, let's try that again. I also need a good font. Let me see what font he uses. Hang on. Turning Point USA font. I want it to look as legit as possible, right? Trajan Bold. Do I have Trajan Bold? Maybe I do actually. Hang on. I do remember using, because I know Trajan is one they use. Probably have it down. I do have it downloaded. There we go, and I want that in bold. Okay, this is the official Turning Point USA font. Have a look. Change that to white. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do what I did last time, which is make memes of Charlie Kirk with quotes that are things that he would never say, because I know for a fact when his fans see them, they immediately run to the comments to say he would never say something like that. So it'd be something like, let me increase the size of that font. Good. Okay, that should be about right. Children should be safe in schools. Let me make that a little smaller. That's not what I wanted. That's my stream title. How did that get there? Should feel safe at school. Reduce the size. Something like that, yeah. Make it a quote like that. Bring that down a little bit. And let's make a smaller text box here and credit it to him. So it's going to be Kirk. Let's reduce that size. 36. No, that's a bit too small. Let's go with 48. Yeah, something like this. Yeah, so this is basically what I do. Because if I put quotes like this, his fans are going to immediately run to come and say he would never say something like this. And it's always so funny because it always gets me like loads of fucking shares. So I'm gonna make... I need more stuff like this. I need more pictures of his stupid face as well. Save this just so I don't lose my work. Auto export this. Okay, I need more pictures of Charlie Kirkin. I need more things he would never say. Phrase like that, basically. Let's have a look. We need more pictures of his dumb face. Hopefully, ones of him holding a microphone so I can make it look like he's saying it at that thing. And like, this could work. I mean, his face looks really fucking huge here. Have a look. Let's try this one. Make it a little bigger. Got enough negative space when you put quote in there. Something like this. Okay. Let's make this one black and white as well. Need to get rid of those text. I need to put some more text on there. What can this one be? I don't want to repeat ones I've done before. So ones I've done before, like all lives can't matter until Black lives do, which is a really good one. I need to have something that'll be similar. Also, I'm not sure because this background is quite white, so I think the text might not show up on it. It will, but not as well. Let me find some more pictures of him. That I can use. There are so many AI pictures of him out there that I think most people who are Charlie Kirk fans probably don't remember what he actually looks like. Because they only ever see those fucking AI edits of him. One might work. Let's have a look. Yeah, that's a high enough resolution, I think. Move him across a bit more. Yeah, this one works for me. Okay. Now we need another quote in here. What about that one quote from Barbie in Toy Story 3? That might be a good one. Oh, this one. Here we go. This is a good one. Let's give him the Barbie quote. Of course, gotta credit him down below. Make this one 36. I generally think Toy Story 3 could have been the end of the series. I think it would have been fine, but like, we're on to Toy Story 5 now. I'm pretty sure they're good movies, don't get me wrong. 4 was pretty decent. I'm pretty sure 5 is probably a good movie too. Well, according to Plant. I think this was a good one. Let's go with this one. Export JPEG. Right. What other quotes can I attribute to Charlie Kirk? I actually recently started playing Undertale again. I never played Deltarune. In fact, I never actually finished Undertale. I got to the spider fight, basically, and then because there's no Steam Cloud on it, so when I reset my PC, my save file got deleted. But it's one I've been going back to. Just because, like, it doesn't take up much space, and, like, what, 50 megabytes? Not bad. I stuck it on my Steam Deck to play whenever I visit my family. What else would Charlie Kirk be against? Can you find another picture of him? This one looks good. Like that, yeah. Alright, I need another quote for him. What else would he be against? It's a lot more difficult because I'm trying my best not to use the ones I've already used. And the ones I've already used are bangers. And I really want to be more subtle with it. Get rid of these, I don't want those anymore. Get rid of that one just so I got space to think. So where'd my music go? I just noticed it's eerily quiet. Oh, this is a good one. Dear love me some Has Been Hotel. So was my stream taken down completely so I can't clip it or anything? I mean, I can always export the Twitch one. Yeah, I got community guidelines warning. I have appealed it, but who knows? It's fine. It's why I'm multi-streaming. I can use both. The Twitch version I can always use. Okay. Back to being creative. Think. I could do something about healthcare. Free healthcare. How would I word it in a way that would make you look like a dickhead for disagreeing? Or about gun control, actually. Maybe, because I know he had very strong opinions about gun control. Maybe something like guns don't belong in schools, right? Something like that. Should I change guns? No, it should be firearms. That's how he would say it. I'm not sure I like the framing on that. Maybe, hang on, maybe I should make it centered. Like that. Maybe that'll make it look better. And I should have given a jump scare warning before zooming in on his face like that. This is the shit I have to do to make quality content. Yeah, I think I'm happy with that one. Save that. Let's find another picture. Maybe you should do one about women. Charlie Kirk crypto coin. This is a tribute to the. Oh my god, they made a fucking cryptocurrency on. They did not hesitate before trying to cash in on him. Oh, hang on, this is a good picture, mate. Oh, resolution's low though. This one might be better. Try this. Maybe I should do like a pop culture one. Maybe his thoughts on a movie. What do you have thoughts on the Odyssey? Maybe I should do something like that. Oh, what would he say about Christopher Nolan's adaptation of the Odyssey? No, that one might be too obvious though. I want to be subtle. To the point where you can share it and like your boomer uncle I think it's something he actually said because they don't fully understand the context of what the quote is, right? That's what I want. Oh, hang on, is my camera position wrong? I just realized. Second. Would that be higher or lower? Should be about there. I was wondering why Andor's was cut off on my t-shirt when he should have been visible. Let's have a look. What else can I make him say? Maybe something about AI. An anti-AI quote. The one from Dune. Yeah, it's this one. Once men turned over their thinking to machines. Yeah, I think this one would be a good one. Let's make him be anti-AI. Voila. Perfect. Okay, we're getting somewhere. I think I can make a few more of these, definitely. Maybe something to do with referencing Palestine would be a good one. Make him pro-Palestine. Are there any quotes I can think of that can be interpreted as that? Maybe something popular that can just repurpose, that people would recognize. This one might work pretty well, actually. Let's try this one. What about there? Yeah, let's go with that. Alright, it's so fucking warm, my chocolate is actually melted. I had a lime bar on my desk, and it's so warm in my room that this is actually melted completely. Okay, how can I make him pro-Palestine? Maybe referencing the Star Wars quote? What else can I add in? I'm just mentally going through all the things that I like our work. Oh, maybe I can make him reference Code Geass. Let me have a look. Maybe I can stay on theme with him just saying things other people have said. This is an iconic one. Strength of Justice, Powerlessness, a Crime is a good one. Because these two are iconic ones. I feel like this can very easily be misinterpreted to basically what he is already saying, which I don't want to be the case. I think the second one is a bit too complex for his fans to understand. Maybe I can go with this one. No, unfortunately, I think too many of Lelouch's quotes can be taken as something that right-wing extremists would use as justifications for violence, right? Not sure if I can use any of these. Oh, hang on. This would be an interesting one. It's very power of friendship, isn't it? This is also a good one. It seems like he'd be roasting Trump, especially based on recent news about him using his own fucking government employees as bait in case he was being assassinated by Iran. I'll go with this one. Hang on. Bit too much. 6. Yo, perfect. Okay, I think this one works. Something like that. Move that in a bit more, but it's not completely on the edge. That's okay. Maybe I should use some more Kogi as well, because I think both of those are quite good. Right, let me get another picture. Oh, he's got the fucking American flag in this one. Perfect. Although skin looks really smooth, it's either AI or it's been like touched up with AI. I think he's got like some filter on him or something. A bit more like that. Do the quote again. For this one, okay. Good one, but unfortunately, the flag makes it hard to read. Unless, hang on. Let me move this up a little. And let me change this to what like. No, that looks worse. Okay, let's not do that. Unless, hang on. No, there is something I can do. Hang on. Hang on. I know what I'm doing. Not that. Let me select subject. I'll just let the ad play. Okay, now if I do this, now with this one, I want to go about it. Do image adjustments, brightness, and lower that. It looks more like this. What contrast? Do I want to raise that? Do I want to? Let's raise it. Got a glow around him though. I'm not happy with that. Me blending up. Let's try inner shadow. That works. Let me. Oh. Again. Happy with that. Look. Maybe. I think that might strain their brain a little bit too much to think about, right? They just like things that sound good on paper, that they don't have to think about. I think this one works, okay. How many other quotes can I put on Charlie Kirk? From other media would make it even funnier if I can do it that way. Yeah, and then they say women are the ones who are too emotional, right? They think being angry and aggressive is a show of force, and then they're like, oh yeah, but women are too emotional to do anything, right? The fuck is this? This is like that fucking JD Vance baby meme. This one might be good. This one, I can use this one. There's a lot of black space there. So why is my playlist not auto-playing? That's annoying me. Autoplay media, please. Thank you very much. Try this. Have I used this one already? I mean, they look very similar to each other, don't they? I think I might have already used this one. Yeah, I have. Okay, shit. Okay. Get rid of this then. Maybe work with this. Very stylized. I'll do. If I do this, and then content aware that, can I get rid of this the easy, lazy way? Almost. No one's gonna notice if it's a little bit messy. Are we having text over this? Oh, okay. I just want to be lazy. Come on, let me do it. No, I'm just making more work for myself. Okay. I do to get rid of it. You know what? Let's go with a different picture. I'm too lazy to put work in like that. That's right. Is this Metal Gear Rising? It is Metal Gear Rising. Hell yeah. Oh, hang on. I can work with this. Do this. Before I make it bigger, if I just get rid of it there. If I do this. Whole fucking Charlie Kirk bit there. Okay, yeah, that works better. I want to change the brightness and contrast again. Look. High contrast might make it more eye-catching. Go with that. Right, what quote am I putting on this one? I want something that will make him seem pro-Palestine. And even better if it's from something that's popular media that people would recognize. Maybe something like from a movie. I know One Piece is very anti-government. Maybe a Nelson Mandela quote, right? Maybe the whole silence is compliance quote one. Try this one. Yeah, something like this. Oops, no, that's not what I wanted. I accidentally deleted all that. This works, I think. Could make the background darker. I think I will. Hang on. Select subject again. Should be done. Perfect. If I do this, it should do. Let's try brightness. Let me bring that down. Maybe that will work. I've made like 7 different memes now. I think I can probably do a few more. I can do ones on gun violence as well. This is a good one. Black and white. I change the contrast from this as well. Raise it all the way up. Brightness all the way down. Not raise the brightness all. Do the contrast first. I think just the contrast will be fine on its own. Might make him a little small. Bulky. I can have more room above his. To do this, let me do the content aware. Yeah, that works. Okay. Gives me more space to work with. Maybe something about protecting women from having their rights taken away. You want to stick with movie quotes. Could be a good one I can use. Come on, I think. Or maybe TV shows as well. Maybe something from Mean Girls. there's a good... Okay, I've not seen Bridgerton, but I just found a good quote. That might work. Try making this a little bigger. With this. Maybe make that a little smaller. It's very wordy though, that's the problem. It might not be as legible as I want it to. That's not what I wanted. Look. Let me make the background a little bit darker as well. Select subject. And select subject.
Number 1 live streaming solution. Start live streaming today. Create an
as if I'm not already using Restream to live stream. I'm getting an ad for a service I'm literally actively using. This one, image adjustment, let's do brightness, let's lower that down a bit more. Just to make the text more legible. I think I can redo some of the earlier ones. I'm going to do the same things. I think having the change to the brightness and contrast has been changing a lot. Been doing a lot of work. Let me try this one, wasn't it? Let me check. I'm going to redo the first few. It was this one. Next for it. This one, wasn't it? Yeah, this can definitely be done better. Make it bigger, of course. Then let me duplicate this. Select subject. I want to get one of these controllers. My Xbox Elite controller is starting to fall apart. The rubber has started to come off the grip. And I could probably use these Macs. I might get this at the end of the month when I get paid. When I get my payout from Facebook or something. Because they look like there's something, because the back paddles and the extra buttons are something that could probably be helpful for me in terms of accessibility. That's the reason why I use the Xbox Elite controller. Also, it's going to be an ad in a minute. Let me quickly finish making this one, and I'll let the ad play. Go on an ad break. Remove that. Image, adjustments, brightness and contrast. Let's lower the brightness all the way down. I want to increase the contrast on this. increase contrast from this one. Do I like that or not? I think I do. Okay. Ad is going to be playing. Let me run that ad and then I'll be back in a minute. Be right back. It's really sad because I've got Facebook page where I post my own original content, my own original media, which do really but what's really sad is that I've seen pages that have more likes and interactions and it's all just really bad AI movie posters, like confirming shit like Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be in Avengers Doomsday. It's a really bad AI poster. And got 100k likes and comments on it from people saying, I can't wait for this movie. Or, what's it called? Donald Glover is going to be playing Miles Morales in the new Spider-Man movie. It's a really fucking shitty AI poster. And these pages every single day. Those things that are never going to happen. For like 4 years. And there are people who are liking and commenting on comic books now. It's so high. And I don't get how people are this stupid. I know what violence is these days. I think they just use it as a word to say, you know, the fact that the favorite podcast is shot. Even though you've seen like most, I mean, there's no other profession in the world where you're required to wear a camera at all times because you are known for lying so much, right? Doctors don't have to wear a body cam, ambulances don't have to wear a body cam. No profession in the world, apart from being a police officer, requires you to have to be under constant surveillance because they have a history of constantly lying and falsifying reports. People seem to forget that thing. The reason cameras just don't exist is to make sure people have recorded evidence of crimes committed. No, it means that the police officers aren't lying about it. I gave him a viral last week. People pay good money for that shit. And their nose take down a few inches or whatever. I'm providing the service for free. Yeah, I told you it's gonna happen. I told you it's gonna be one of them that kills me. But you know what? I'm gonna say I've been noticing a lot as well. Is when I'm discussing a movie with people, is they don't seem to know. Well, they don't seem to know what the movie's about. One thing. But I generally think a lot of people talking about the movie online watch the movie via clips on TikTok or something because there are so many posts and so many people who are talking about the movie. Like I mentioned earlier about Crystal saying, oh, I don't get why it's important. Even though they've seen the movie directly explaining very explicitly why it was important to the movie. Famous painting. Okay, this I can definitely do. We'll get to that. No worries, you're more than welcome to learn. Sarah, I love meeting you. If you really want to see more empathy in the world, even for people like starting them, I don't think it's about this as well. He could have been someone that wants to be receiving empathy and right? You have to be willing to share empathy with yourself. It's a two-way street. And you can't just demand it from others when you've never shown an ounce of it. When you've never shown an ounce of it for them. It's like a social contract, right? It goes both ways. You can't say everyone needs to feel sorry for me when I'm the victim. So the moment the exact same thing happens to you, I will make memes and jokes and posting about it every day. I've got things on there. I post my own original content on there. My own original memes, which do really well to the point where people steal them, which okay, whatever. But what's really sad is that I've seen pages that have more likes and interactions than me. It's all just really bad AI movie posters, like confirming shit like what? Confirming shit like Robert Pattinson's Batman is going to be in Avengers Doomsday, and it's a really bad AI poster. And it's got like 100k likes and comments on it from people saying the comic book movie or what's it called? Donald Glover is going to be playing Miles Morales to use Spider-Man. And it's daily every single day. You need to honor and return. I'm going to do a couple more of these, and then do you know what? I need to talk about my beef with a certain meme page.
Number 1 live streaming solution. Create and multi-stream live video, restream.
I need to redo one of these memes, actually. This one is this one. I don't like how it looks. I feel like I could have done a better job. This. My image adjustments. I'm increasing the contrast on this work here. Hang on. I've selected the wrong thing. I want to increase it on here. Looks better. Okay, and then on this one, image again. Lower the brightness on contrast. Perfect. That. It's a little small. I think I make it slightly bigger. I think that works. Get rid of the exclamation mark. I think that works for me. Okay, let me save that one. I think I've done enough with it. Okay. Let's chat. Let me get rid of his big dumb face and move on to talking about my beef with a dumb meme page. Find all the I need to do a lot of scrolling. Been posting a lot about the whole count bin face thing, but I buried my own post, but I'll find it. Give me a moment. It's I've also been posting about, I've been arguing with people about whether or not Spider-Man would support ICE, because some people seem to think he would, despite the recent movie being about him breaking someone out from being detained by a fascistic government enforcement group, right? Man, I don't really know how long ago this beef was, but give me a moment. I've been posting a lot about Spider-Man Brand New Day, which was a great movie. Hang on, I need to save this image so I'll be using it as a thumbnail, I think. Oh, hang on, I found a link. Found a link to the post I was referring to. Okay, that's one of the posts. But there's more than one. Let me just double check to make sure before I continue. Here we go, okay. Before I do, let me hydrate myself. I'm going to be doing a lot of talking. And make a mental note of the time code, so I know when in my stream I should go to edit this out for YouTube. I'll be editing this into a separate video for YouTube when I do get around to it. But allow me to tell you my beef with a very popular meme page, which you no doubt have seen, which is IRL loading screens. And They're a very popular meme page. You've probably seen most of their stuff before. They always post when celebrities die. They do it in the start of a video game screen like this. They do also use AI for a lot of their content, which is why some of it looks a little off at times. But I'll be talking about my specific beef with them. And not just me, actually. No, a lot of people did, so much so that if you look down here, there used to be a section on Facebook pages. Like if I go to my Facebook page, you can see here, you get reviews and people recommending you. They had to remove theirs because all of their followers massively started like giving negative reviews because of their recent behavior. In fact, they're now currently on 145k followers, which is quite a lot for a page, but it's significantly less than what they used to be. And I'm here to tell you about the mix of reasons as to why that happened. Now, one of the reasons being is I had some personal beef with them. This is actually one of the more minor reasons, but I'll get to the major reasons once I've gone past this one. But it happened in regards to the movie Obsession, which obviously is a very popular movie we talked about. I, being who I am, pointed out that they were having a big, well, IRL streams were having a big crash out on Threads, which is like the meta equivalent of Twitter. And they were rightfully getting bodied by all the replies because they were defending the main character, Bear, who is an antagonist, right, in the movie. What he does is very wrong. Oh, hang on. Let me start again because I need to go check on my laundry. I will start this again. But first, let me have a quick BRB. Be right back. I love reading. If you truly want to see more empathy in the world, you for people like Charlie Kirk. I don't think it's about he could have been someone that would be receiving empathy from university life. You have to be willing to share empathy with others yourself. It's a two-way street. And you can't just demand it from others when you've never shown an answer out of it. When you've never shown an answer of it for them. It's like a social contract, right? It goes both ways. You can't say everyone is feeling sorry for me when I'm the victim. But the moment the exact same thing happens to you, I will make memes and jokes and posting about it all day. You can't do it. If you want more empathy out there, you're going to put it out yourself. You need to be the one practicing what you preach, right? Which you don't do because they want to make clips of themselves looking cool, talking over people, and holding them conversations. They don't actually care about educating other people on the topics. They just want to look like they're smarter than everyone else, and that's what goes viral. Wake up at like 3 in the morning so they can make cereal from scratch from flour and like that kind of thing. That is basically fetish. That's not real. There are no real women doing shit like that. Those are usually paid actors who are doing some ASMR ass video where they talk about what conservative men expect women to be. Wrestling is fake for the first time. Alright, I've checked on my clothes. I've got about 25 minutes before I need to put them in the dryer, so let's see if I can bang this YouTube video out in that time. I should be able to. Shouldn't be too difficult. Let's see. Oh, hang on. Did my lights just turn off? Okay, maybe I am just cursed. Yeah, my lighting has gone. You know what? I can use natural lighting. Thankfully, it's still daytime out. Alright, let's just go with this for now. A little overexposed, but I can live with it. Do you know what? I should probably brush my hair as well, properly. I've actually got a butterfly knife brush that I use for my hair. I doubt I can carry this in public though. I'm pretty sure if it gets mistaken... If I was in America and I got mistaken for a knife, I'd probably be shot on spot. If I didn't get shot for being a POC to begin with. Fine. Alright, let me talk about my beef with the meme page. So let me tell you about some beef I've had with a meme page and how they've essentially shot themselves in the foot repeatedly in response to me being a little critical of them and their opinions. But it's probably one you've heard of, and it's this page here called IRL Loading Screens, which is a very popular meme page that posts basically memes in the style of a loading screen for video games. They usually post about when something happens, like a celebrity dying, that goes viral, and that's how they get a lot of their followers. Probably seen a lot of their stuff before. A good chunk of their content is AI generated, which is part of what I'll be talking about in a minute, but that's not the major reason that shows why the person who runs this page is a massive piece of shit. But let me start by telling you about my own personal problem that I had with them, and it involves the movie Obsession, which is a very popular movie, one of the most popular movies of this year, an indie horror movie. And it involves this person's opinion on the main character, Bear, who everyone who watches the movie will tell you is actually the villain of the story. But IRL Loading Screens here was determined to get ratioed online by everyone by claiming he was a good guy after all. And I retweeted. Well, this is on Threads, which is basically like the meta equivalent of Twitter. He basically posted, and I retweeted him. He said, "Can't believe that Bear guy waited a few hours to sacrifice himself to save Nikki instead of immediately murdering her upon request. SMH. Yet full knowledge that using the $699 trinket would possess the girl, like with a murder succubus, and send her conscience to purgatory." Yeah, essentially he's what people would say is victim blaming. He's calling her the problem by calling her a murder succubus, and that he's the good guy for sacrificing himself in the end, as if that absolves him of everything else he's done previously, which for anyone who is not well versed enough in this type of rhetoric before, what he's doing is basically called rape apologist rhetoric, because, you know, there's no excuse to justify what he did in the movie, which is, you know, take away someone's consent and autonomy and use them for their own pleasure, basically, as if she's a prop, which is something that's very morally wrong. You could probably make the argument that when he did it at the time, he wasn't aware that it was a real wish that would work, but once he found out it was real and he continued to let it essentially control her for his own selfish needs and not care about her, that's when he essentially became what everyone is calling the villain of the story. And the director has actually very specifically stated all of these things, right? This is not something that's like up for debate or, you know, left to the audience to decide. No, like, I retweeted it saying Curry Barker did not anticipate for how, well, did not account for how truly fucking stupid people can be. And I quoted from an interview with him where he was talking about an early cut of the movie, where he kept receiving notes from the production company saying that Bear wasn't sympathetic enough and that he didn't do enough to try and end the curse, and they wanted to make Bear the hero of the story, basically, and a good guy. And then this led Curry Barker, the director of the movie, to doubling down in reshoots to make it very explicit that Bear is not a sympathetic character and that he is someone you're not supposed to sympathize with. And unfortunately, all of his work was for nothing because this motherfucker still did it. he still sympathized with the character that the director went out of his way to make sure, very explicitly, you are aware that he's a bad person you should not be rooting for or sympathizing in any way. He chose to see him as a hero who sacrificed himself, and that maybe Nikki, who's actually the victim of the story, was some kind of evil murder succubus. And this isn't where it ends. I mean, this post got a bit of traction. He did respond to this saying it's just a movie, dude. I don't understand getting this like worked up or whatever. You can see 47 replies here to this one reply from him. I tried being direct to him, saying that he's saying, what, 2 + 2 = 5, just because he wants it to be, despite multiple people, including the director of the literal movie, telling you that's not the answer. Like, he's clinging to this one interpretation of the movie that he got. And I'll tell you why he got this interpretation later, because the reason he believes this is actually really fucking funny. But you'll see there's a lot of replies to this. I'll skim through this brief. If you want to pause and read it, you are more than welcome to. Let me scroll past this. Because he's like, why did you reply to me days later and not immediately, as if people don't have other things to do? Like, I don't have notifications on my phone. I check my phone and reply to things when I get to them. But you can see everyone here is basically against him here. And he got very rightly called out here for being a bit of a fence sitter on a lot of topics. If you've seen any of his posts before, you'll notice they seem to have some sort of left-wing bias. But if you ever read the comments and the replies from him, he does not hold the same views as the posts he's making, and is often shown to be somewhat of a centrist or a fence sitter, and will put out takes that seem to go against what he's been doing. It's because a lot of his posts are ones he doesn't believe in, but he knows will get a lot of traction for being controversial or leaning one way or another. And he himself is actually quite a centrist. And it comes very apparent if you actually look at his responses to other people, like you can see here. He's one of those both sides are equally as bad type people. And this person thinks he was being deliberately obtuse. I don't think it was deliberate. I think he genuinely is just actually that obtuse. Because, like, even though, like, I responded with direct quotes from the director and actually, like, links to interviews and stuff with him, he then counters saying, oh, the director actually agrees with me, without any sort of link or whatever. Citation required, information sourced directly. Because he's essentially taking things out of context. Even when in the same interview, he then goes on to prove him wrong. But he's posted a lot of really bad takes before, like ones about Tyler Robinson. He's also recently posted about Hank Green using AI, defending him, because obviously he himself uses AI, which is one of the big reasons why a lot of people have sort of turned against him recently. Although I do find that strange. That people weren't aware he was posting AI this entire time, when some of it's very fucking obvious. Like, we've got someone here who was not aware that he was posting AI content. And if you look at this, it's very fucking clearly AI content posted, even with his watermark right there, right? And even then, like, some people are saying, like, I don't personally believe it's AI, but it could be. I'm like, I think this is very clearly, yeah, I don't think his editing skills are anywhere near the level required to make something like this. But a lot of people who follow that page are in, like, really heavy denial about it, even though when I literally show him posting the meme. And I think this is an issue with a lot of them, because it's like, clearly the people who follow him were against AI, because the moment he started defending Hank Green for using AI, a lot of them basically review bombed his page and unfollowed him. Even though he was posting shit like that is very obviously AI, but I think it's just a case that, like, some people, if they see a post that they agree with, they don't care if it's AI or not. They'll just like it and follow anyway. And then when they're, I don't know, maybe people are just dumb and can't recognize AI. I don't know what it is. It's one or the other. They're either dumb or they're dumb. I'm not sure which way they are dumb. But I did leave a review on his page. I did not recommend his page with a link to my post, just so everyone can see, and screenshots in case he does remove any of his replies, just so people can see how weird, is that the right word I want to use? Dumb? I'm not sure. There's a lot of words I want to use. I'm not sure which one would be the right one. But when I did that, I realized he's actually turned off the ability to review his page, and there's no more option. I mean, you can still see reviews given, which are reviews he's given, which I'm guessing are probably local businesses or whatever. Like, you can't see any of his reviews anymore because he got massively review bombed for a lot of his recent posts. But this isn't where it ended. I mean, there was more posts after this one. Because it turns out several days later, even after everyone told him that he was wrong for misinterpreting this movie, he was still making posts like this, trying to essentially tell everyone that he's seen the movie better than everyone else. Because he'll say, did y'all ever watch the movie? As soon as he found out Nikki was in a split conscious and suffering in purgatory, he was absolutely terrified of her and spent the third act of the film trying to undo it. Which is, if you've seen the movie, you know that is categorically wrong. He got ratio for this as well. I responded saying, how many people do you need to tell you that you're wrong before you recognize it? Just give us a number, like name it. How many people do you need to tell you that you're in the wrong for something before you actually admit to it? And then I did literally follow up with this post, like IRL lone screens when a guy who controlled and raped a woman lets her go in the end. And it's the Steven Universe meme, was it's okay. He says he's sorry with Bear's picture over the very famous bad person. But he replied to my post here, and as you can see, he got 96 replies to this, and a lot of haha reacts, 55 haha reacts for this response right here, where he accused me of misrepresenting his opinion. And like, I literally just posted a screenshot of his opinion. I did not misrepresent any of it. It's literally just exactly as he wrote it. And he did try and claim that he never said that Bear was selfless or sacrificed himself or anything like that, which unfortunately he can't do when we've got receipts of him saying exactly all of these things. And then also getting told that he's wrong for saying it. But there are a lot of replies here from people literally telling him why he's wrong, and he just refused to accept it. And it's this comment thread here I want to draw your attention to. Because as I mentioned earlier, the reason why he's sticking to this belief and this wrong opinion is generally quite funny. And this is why he believes it. So on this reply, he says, in regards to the scene, obviously, where in regards, of course, to the scene where Bear calls the customer service line for the One Wish Willow, he says that the call actually prompts him, would you like to amend your wish? And he immediately amenable to just undoing the wish rather than trying to get someone to fix it. And he would have been, you know, more perfect, blah, blah, blah. He basically, he tries to say that, you know, Bear tried to fix it by calling the line. And, of course, replies didn't go his way, but I replied to him again saying, you claim everyone else is Sorry. Too much talking, not enough staying hydrated. Okay, learn from my mistake. So I replied saying, you claim everyone else is misremembering. But when he first calls, he asked if he wants to cancel. And he immediately says no, he doesn't want to cancel. He wants to amend his wish to make it better. So he's still, after finding out that he's controlling her and making her this way, he doesn't want to release her or free her. He wants to change it so she stops freaking out, basically. Like, if there's another version of this movie where Nikki wasn't doing any of the spooky shit, and Bear knew she was being controlled by the Wish Willow, he would not have done anything about it. He's only even considering this because she's doing fucked up shit and hurting herself and like pissing on the carpet and whatever. Let me find it. Let me go through all of my pictures again, because I remember I posted a transcript of this. So I even replied to him with another post. He removed his tag from this one because I think he was upset about people telling him he was wrong and getting bodied constantly in the replies by people. The funniest part about the IRL loading screen's obsession crash out is the fact that he keeps telling everyone else to go watch the movie again, which is what he was doing in those replies, by telling everyone else that they're wrong and they're remembering things wrong and he's the one that's correct. But the one scene he keeps bringing up as the entire basis of his argument is the one he misremembered. Here's a transcript of the scene directly from the movie next to what he claims happens in the scene. So obviously I posted this conversation where he claims Bear tried to amend the wish. And then if you look at the transcript for when he makes the phone call, if you see here, he says, okay, I was calling to see if there's a way I can alter a wish. And then the person he's calling says, you'd like to cancel your wish? And he says, no, it's okay to keep the wish. I just want to know if I can like alter it a little. And basically, yeah, that's what he wants to do. He wants to continue controlling her with the One Wish Willow. And he's fully aware that what he's doing to her is causing her to suffer. And in fact, later in the movie, the actual Nikki says she wants to be killed because she'd rather die and have to live in the suffering that she's currently having to go through, right? Because he hears her screaming over the phone. And I think he got upset about me calling him someone who is crashing out, because instead of addressing the fact that he has incorrect information and he was essentially trying to forgive an abuser in a movie, you know, literally a analogy for someone who committed assault, because he misremembered a scene. Instead of saying, oh, I remembered it wrong, I was wrong about this, X, Y, and Z, I don't believe that's wrong, or I don't believe that's right, whatever the fuck argument he was making, he instead decided to leave this comment. And there were more replies, as you can see, that he seems to have removed, because there's 2 replies for me without the one in between that I was replying to. And despite his attempts to try and sidestep this whole thing, everyone did just call him out on it. And he essentially stopped replying the moment he got proven wrong and was told that he misremembered a scene, and everything he was arguing for literally 3+ days with me on. This is like a multiple day argument that he had with me about this movie. It was all based on a scene that he remembered wrong and is now rightfully getting made fun of for. Which is an incredibly childish response to have, but it shouldn't surprise me, considering what kind of person he's shown himself to be. And on my previous post as well, there were multiple people who pointed out how in the movie, and the director has confirmed this, Bear became aware that she's being controlled by the Wish, Willow, during that dinner scene. That scene in the restaurant is when he himself became aware that the Wish worked and that she's now suffering because of it. And the director has confirmed this. And while the loading screens page, IRL loading screens, while he was claiming that he watched the interviews and stuff, he conveniently seemed to not respond to anyone who pointed that out to him. Which sort of goes beyond now what I think was him misremembering a scene and him deliberately choosing to be obtuse and ignore things that would prove him wrong because he wants to believe a certain thing. I think a lot of people choose to relate to the character Bear because he might remind them of themselves, and they get really upset and take it personally when people say he's a piece of shit and deserve to die in the end. I think that's part of the reason why he's going this far to defend a fictional character. But it's shit like this combined with his AI use and his defense of really shitty people out there. And I don't know if you guys remember, this is the reason why I originally unfollowed the page, but he seems to have deleted a lot of it now. But he went on like a weird fucking spree posting about Hassan Piker for like 3 weeks straight and nothing else. Which is when I unfollowed this page because I realized this guy's just a piece of shit. Who has really weird moments where he crashes out like that. And I don't know why. Well, I didn't at the time. I guess I know why now. But he's clearly someone who's really fucking insecure and can't handle his ego being hurt like this, where people tell him he's wrong. And even when he's shown that he's wrong, he doesn't want to admit to it or amend anything or correct himself. He's like, no, what I believe is right. To the point where like he's fucking gaslighting himself about what happens in the fucking movie he's arguing about. Like, if your point only works because you misremember a scene and you purposely ignore like a good 2/3 of the last half of the movie, then I don't think it's a point worth fighting for this hard. I'm sorry to anyone who's now disappointed to learn that the guy who posts memes on the internet they might have liked happens to be a weird fucking person. But I don't think this should surprise anyone. I guess if there's any lesson you should learn from this, it's don't put your meme pages on a pedestal because they're just run by really weird fucking people who might have weird crash outs like this. You know what they say about never meet your heroes, right? I guess that should extend to meme pages as well. I need to go get my laundry out and put it into the dryer. Go do that real quick. I need to drop another BRB. One moment. Be right back. Name 5 streets you've bombed. Name 5 child amputees you've shot at. Name 5 war crimes you've committed. I've been noticing a lot as well. Is when I'm discussing the movie with people, is they don't seem to know, or they don't think what the movie is about. One, I generally think a lot of people talking about the movie online watch the movie via clips and TikTok or something, because there are so many posts and so many people who are talking about the movie. Like I mentioned earlier about the festival saying, oh, I don't get why it's important, even though there's a scene in the movie directly explaining very explicitly why it was important to Nikki. They must have watched this movie through clips on TikTok and think they understood it, or they read the Wikipedia summary. There's no way people watch this movie in their eyes closed. I've missed so many key scenes like that. Which is why I talk about movies on the internet so exhausting these days. How sad is that, dude? They're masking it by using the word accuracy. I think more people need to call it out. I think it needs to be called out a lot more, because it's bullshit that people think they can get away with that. Like, you see someone doing this in any comments or under any like cosplay posts, just fucking call them out, right? We need to be transparent and not hesitate to smack a bitch. That's bad. Which is very useful for getting around. And another interesting thing to do is, if you look directly down, jump and you punch the ground, it's triple just like this. Not sure how the physics there works, but that's what you do. Punching directly downwards, 71. Chill out. Let me. Hold there. Okay, there we go. God damn it, let me. Oh my god, I just want the chainsaw, holy shit. Why does everyone get a turn with this thing apart from me? Mom said it's my turn with the...
Oh, what about this guy? I hate this guy.
Oh, the god dude, right? This edgy motherfucker.
Actually pisses me off.
He's the kind of guy that come up to you if you're wearing a bad t-shirt and asks your name 10 albums.
Yeah.
Rank 562% of all players server-wide. This is me playing on a fucking controller on PC with one hand, right? People are like, oh, you gotta use keyboard and mouse to make it so superior. Motherfucker, this is me kicking 62% of you right in the ass. Using only one hand and a controller. What's gonna happen here is he's gonna go from Twitch to Kick, and he's gonna end up having a career there. So that's what happened with Dr. Disrespect and like any other streamer, Miss Kick, who's ever had an allegation against them. So no, his career is not over. He is decided to go with Kick, because Kick is like a fucking suspect of streamers with allegations. Famous paintings. Okay, this I can definitely do. We'll get to that. No, it's more than thank you for that one. I can't believe they're stoning me to death. It's really sad. You put a timer down, so I don't. Yeah, so I need to fold that later. I've got an hour before I need to go deal with that. Let's have a look. Let me see. I need to come back and I need to edit and trim that part of my stream later. And I've got a mental note of the time codes anyway. I should be good. Let me go back to my playlist. If you watch the videos I came here to watch. Let's play. Let's play. Alright, let me go ahead and just hit play on all of these. Oh, seen this one. Let's move past this.
2025 was a massive year for Reform UK. In January, their polling had risen to the point that they were virtually level with Labour. In April, according to most poll aggregators, Reform overtook Labour for the first time. A real achievement for a third party.
Hang on, no, this is not the order I wanted things to be in. Let me refresh this. Then hit play.
Barry Ashley runs the Grumpy Cook Cafe in Hastings and has taken it upon himself to feed the children of struggling families over the school holidays, despite the fact that the local council
this evil motherfucker was giving food to children when the government said we shouldn't be doing that anymore.
Subsidised the serving up of
specifically the Reform Council.
Hungry children. I think I've got the facts right. But happily I can check because Barry Ashley from the Grumpy Cook Cafe in Hastings joins me now. Barry, I've not seen your face before, mate, and I am similarly cursed with a resting grumpy face. Would I be right in thinking that the cafe is named after you?
It is, yes.
Yes. We have a similar sort of facial curse, I think. But here we are, both smiling. So have I got the facts right? Is that pretty much how things unfolded, how you found yourself? What is shocking is the response from the head of the council, Andy Woolley.
Yes, it all started, it's not the local council's Hastings Borough, but this is East Sussex County.
Right.
I picked up on it from when the MP Helena Dollymore spoke out on Facebook. And I've done this for the last 5 years. So when Marcus Rashford and Tom Kerridge started doing some good things during lockdown, I did my own thing then, and I've continued it since. So I've always offered like free breakfast or breakfast cereal for children in the mornings. They can just come in and help themselves. So
this is the evil motherfucker Reform want to call the police on
about what East Sussex had done. I threw all my toys out the pram, and I got rather annoyed, and foolishly I went to Facebook, did a video and said, right, I'm just going to feed all the children, just come to the cafe, lunch is free. Now, but before I'd done that, I'd already introduced a scheme for this summer about it's like a pay it forward scheme where people can pay it forward for a family of 4 to take a picnic to the coast or to the park. So again, if they're struggling, because we found out so many children have never been to the beach in a coastal town.
Really?
It's just incredible. So we were doing that, and I thought, well, what the hell? Let's just make it free all round. So they can eat for free in the cafe, or they can go to the website and choose a family box, and that'll be ready for them to collect the next day.
So, I mean, your anger chiefly was about the fact that the vouchers were being taken away.
Yeah, it was being taken away, but also in the new document, it actually said that the council must ensure that the poorest children are not going hungry during the school holidays. And that's what I've been...
You knew that they were, and that they were more likely to, or much more likely to do so in the absence of this voucher scheme.
Yeah, well, I thought they would be, but they're not.
Because of you?
No. They have said that they've got all these schemes running, but they're not actually making sure that the poorest children are being fed.
So this is where things get very odd, isn't it? Because you and indeed the local MP Helena Dollimore, you recorded your unhappiness about these decisions, and you, I think inevitably, because it would be quite hard to do it without doing so, you directed some of your unhappiness at the council chief, at Andy Woolley, and it's what happens next that I think is going to shock my listeners most. So how did he respond to this robust but entirely legitimate criticism?
Well, worst of all, he interrupted me. I was just about to settle down to watch the Grand Prix last Sunday.
Outrageous.
And I got I got a WhatsApp message from him saying that I was inciting hatred because I had named him personally, the person that leads the council.
I think he incited the hatred upon himself when he cancelled the scheme to allow children to have free meals, right?
And he was reporting me to the police.
I think he should report himself, right?
Just for naming him, you didn't call
Like the
him...
fucking Reform Council was like, all right, cool, stop giving food for free to children. And then he feels that it's inciting hatred for this one cafe owner to still say, like, you know what, I'll take the loss, I'll still give free food to children even though the scheme has been ended. Like, I can't imagine. I mean, it's going to be funny to see how that fucking goes down, because I think he's probably walked it back now when he realizes that the one that's inciting hatred on him is himself, but this shouldn't surprise anyone. Reform councillors apparently have negative IQ. It might even be a requirement, considering how this isn't even the stupidest thing they've fucking done.
And all I was asking for was, what are they doing in regards to of Section 44 in the Crisis and Resilience Act? And he names everything except what they're doing there.
And then Ms. Dollimore got an email that I don't know if I've read yours, but he wrote, your continued naming of me personally has led to an increase in online abuse of me personally and has now reached a point where you could be responsible for inciting hate and potential violence against me.
It's such a roundabout way to blame someone else for his own issues. Maybe stop being someone that's easy to hate, like taking away food from children.
Posts since and then he references the tragic death of Anne Widdicombe, which we can't talk about in further detail because of the live case. So he mentioned, I knew Anne Widdicombe vaguely. I'm not sure she would necessarily approve of her name being used in an attempt to close down the naming of an elected or of a senior politician, a Reform UK politician. As such, I shall be reporting you both to the police and to the Parliamentary Standards Committee. I mean, these are, of course, Nigel Farage's colleagues. They are the great upholders of free speech, they tell us, in this country. And what he's objecting to is you telling people his name.
Yes. And I got the same email as Helena got.
I thought you did.
It's just that he wasn't reporting me to the Speaker of the House.
So she gets reported to the Speaker of the House. You just get reported to the old Bill.
Yeah. And
I guess the police must have a lot of fucking free time, I guess. They're fucking taking this seriously.
I thought, shall I contact Helena? And I didn't.
Right.
But during the time I was having that thought, Helena contacted me because she was concerned that, I'd be worried about this action that he was taking. So,
and she reassured you. She reassured you, I imagine, that the fella didn't have a leg to stand on.
She did.
And here we are. Have you heard, I don't know if Eleanor spoke to you before you came on, what Councillor Woolley told us when we got in touch with him earlier today?
No, go on.
He told us that he's not reported you to the police or Miss Dollimore to the police and that no one should face a police report for criticising a council decision. He also said that Mr Ashley's Cafe is doing a good thing by feeding children. It's almost like the media still has some power in this country, Barry, isn't it? He said his contact with Sussex Police was through a specific route to support elected members who receive threats and abuse, which no one is suggesting you or Helena Dollimore had issued towards him or who had directed at him, but he says that he and his family have faced
that's fine, this motherfucker. At least commit to being a piece of shit if you're like that.
Ms. Dollimore responsible for the abuse.
Like, wow, people are going to hate me if I do this.
That he sent to you.
I better pretend I never did it.
In East Sussex should go hungry this summer. So there we go. Game over.
It's well. Next time, James, I'll just call you and Eleanor, see if you can get some answers for me.
Well, there we
It's just ridiculous.
There was one wonderful bit that you did, because I thought actually that I was the only person left in England who uses this phrase. Do you know? Do you know what I'm talking about?
I know what you're talking about. Yeah, and I will own up. I got it from you. And
Did you?
We were talking. Yeah.
Oh, this is terrible news, because that means I might still be the only person in the finally, Councillor Woolley, should you go for re-election into office again, I hope voters wrap your sandwiches and those of your party in a roadmap. If people want to support what you're doing down in Hastings, how do they find out more? How do they get in touch, Barry?
Go to our website, grumpycook.co.uk, and once they hit on the landing page, it will take them there. And all the response has been incredible, absolutely incredible. It's come from it's all around the country.
I'll be surprised if that council gets re-elected.
All from.
But then again, like, even this wasn't enough to put people off reform. No matter how fucking bad it makes them look, there are still people out there who still vote for this shit.
Donations from abroad.
Let's chat. You know what? I think it's too warm in here. I did say I was going to stream after the heat wave was done. The heat wave's not done, and my room is getting really warm. I'm not even going to bother waiting out, I think. I'm going to wrap up my stream here. In fact, let me check the weather report to see when I can actually stream next, whenever that could be. Have a look. I think it might be Monday. Okay, allegedly, Sunday will be 24 degrees. I'll be streaming D&D on Sunday. Monday, maybe. Tuesday, it might rain. Doesn't look like it'll be a lot, but okay. I might try again next week, or maybe I'll actually get to play a game, because I do want to play some Death Stranding, but we'll see how that goes. Thank you everyone who tuned in today, of course. I'm going to end my stream here. And I hope everyone has a good rest of their day. See you Sunday for some D&D. Sayonara. Sayonara.